record this session. Okay, recording is in progress. So basically, this particular how to say video is being recorded for those who actually could not join for our class today. Okay, so okay, I will be explaining here. I'll be explaining about fundamental analysis basically. I also will be explaining on technical analysis, and at the same time, I also will be explaining on the book map as well. So today we are going to see all this together. Okay, so first and foremostly, as usual, I always forget to share my screen, but today I remembered because Bilu is here. Okay, okay, so I'll just try to share my screen, and I believe that everyone can see my screen right now. Okay, all right. Yeah, yes, I do actually forget to actually always share my screen actually because I will be very into it. Yeah, I'll be very into it, into the fundamental, into the technical and all. And someone would tell me, sir, can you please share the screen? Okay, then I will be like, oh, I didn't share the screen, is it? Okay, yeah. So, guys, today I remembered lah to share the screen lah. Okay. So, okay, as you can see, okay, just now I was in my preview, actually, I was giving related to the, intraday trading and everything. Okay. But now, first and foremostly, as usual, as we always start with our fundamental analysis. Okay. So I will go with my fundamental analysis as well. Okay. Okay, so first and foremostly, as we know, today is 2nd of February. Hari ini adalah 2nd February. Okay, so kalau anda lihat di sini, pada pukul 3 pagi hari ini, kita ada satu news yang berkaitan dengan FOMC. Okay, kalau seperti yang kita dapat lihat di sini, kalau kita lihat kepada apa yang mereka dapat ini memang betul. Mereka memang menaikkan interest rate sebanyak 25 basis point. Sebab itu sebenarnya apa yang actual dia ialah juga 4.75% juga. Okay, so that is the news that we get, but this actually happened. Perkara ini sebenarnya berlaku pada pukul 3 pagi. This actually happens at 3 AM in the morning. Okay, so this is something that has already crossed. Okay, jadi kita akan lihat kepada news yang lain yang berkaitan dengan USD. Okay, kenapa kita fokus kepada USD adalah kerana kita tengah trade gold. Okay, we are focusing more towards gold. Tapi sekiranya kalau anda mempunyai sebarang different currency pair yang anda nak trade, anda boleh beritahu saya juga, tak ada masalah. But because most of our clients, they are more focused on gold, so that's why I'm actually more focused on gold as well. Okay, so kalau anda lihat dekat sini, kita akan pilih kita akan tengok apa lagi news yang kita ada berkaitan dengan US dollar. Okay, so kalau kita lihat dekat sini, if we are looking at this particular area, we can see that we do not have much high impact news here. Okay, we do not have much high impact news to USD, but of course we do have certain news related to US dollar. Okay, only that. Okay, 9:30. 9:30, there is one that is known as the medium impact. Okay. Yes, this is a very important news actually that we have to look into. Okay, because this news is also known as the lagging indicator. Okay, it's known as the lagging indicator. Okay, so most importantly here is that we are always focused. We are always actually focused on the lagging and also leading indicator. Okay, but first and foremostly di dalam fundamental analysis adalah penting untuk kita tahu sama ada news itu adalah di bawah kategori high impact, medium impact and also low impact. Okay, second step is to know sama ada dia adalah leading indicator ataupun lagging indicator. Kenapa kita pentingkan leading ataupun lagging indicator? Because leading indicator mempunyai short term impact sebanyak 6 bulan ke 12 bulan. That is only for short term. Basically for the long term, basically kami ada dia punya long term adalah 12 bulan ke 24 bulan. 12 months to 24 months. Okay, jadi that is for leading and lagging indicator. Mereka berdua sebenarnya mempunyai impact yang sama di dalam market. Okay, cumanya kalau kita mempunyai leading indicator pertamanya dan kemudian kita mempunyai lagging indicator, bermaksud yang bahawa dia akan meneruskan ya trend daripada leading indicator. Tapi perkara ini bergantung kepada apa yang lagging indicator berikan. Kalau contohnya kalau kita melihat di sini, kita mempunyai unemployment claims. Okay, this is the unemployment claims. If we see at whatever that is being forecasted, okay, it's actually at 196,000 compared to 186. Okay, which means that the unemployment rate is basically high. Okay, tahap pengangguran adalah tinggi. Okay, so jadi di sini sebenarnya kita boleh melihat kepada apa yang berlaku sebelum ini. Okay, what actually happened previously? Apa yang difokuskan di sini adalah 203, 214, 216, 230, 225. Tapi apa yang keluar adalah semuanya adalah kurang. Makanya sebenarnya kalau kita melihat di sini, analis sebenarnya berkata yang bahawa tahap pengangguran sebenarnya akan tinggi. Tapi berdasarkan data-data yang berlaku sebelum ini, tahap pengangguran sebenarnya akan menurun. Which means that if let's say it's getting lesser, kalau tahap pengangguran adalah lemah, maksudnya ini adalah bagus untuk US dollar. Okay, ini adalah bagus untuk US dollar. Okay, jadi we are expecting for US dollar to actually climb around 930. Okay, this is based on the information that we have, at the same time based on the previous data that we are looking at. Okay, and other than that, basically we do not have other particular news which is really in the high impact and also the medium impact. But before that, I have something to actually also share with all of you for fundamental analysis, is that we are going to look at what basically happens yesterday. Apa yang berlaku sebelum semalam sebenarnya. Untuk semalam kita ada satu news yang dipanggil sebagai ADP non-farm employment change. If kita notice di sini sebenarnya bull. Okay, maksudnya dia adalah lebih kepada bullish. Why it's more to bullish? Because the result yang kita dapat di sini adalah 106k 106k. This is about 106,000 lah, roughly lah. Okay, berbanding dengan apa yang mereka predikkan, iaitu di 176,000 basically dan ini juga adalah di bawah leading indicator. Okay, so as you know, leading indicator, it has the impact it has the impact bearish or bullish USD. Okay, if let's say we are looking towards gold means, that means if USD strong means, that means that it will be more towards bearish. Yeah, it will be more towards bearish. So which means that the USD will actually go up lah. If we are looking towards other types of currency, then of course USD is stronger lah. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. That's great. Yeah. Okay. So seperti yang kita dapat lihat di sini. Okay. So this is 106k. Okay. Dia adalah kurang daripada 176 yang sebenarnya membantu kepada kenaikan USD. Okay, kenaikan USD sebab data sini adalah menurun. Okay, so selain daripada itu, kita juga ada ISM manufacturing. Kita dapat melihat 47.4 juga adalah kurang. Okay, it is still lesser than 48.0 as was being predicted. It should be at 48.0. Okay, compared to 48.4, but it was much more lower at 47.4, which is why actually that bull means bullish lah. Gold basically had an increase. Gold sebenarnya mempunyai kenaikan. Okay, so kita tahu daripada apa yang berlaku di sini. Okay, sini dah ada kenaikan leading indicator disambung oleh leading indicator yang lain. Okay. Dan kemudian kalau kita lihat kepada USD sini, job opening. Okay, job opening dia adalah 11.01. Okay, ini bukan ini sebenarnya juga sebagai leading indicator juga. Okay, tapi cumanya sebenarnya ada dua leading indicator sebelum leading indicator ini Okay, which means that it supported more towards bullish before it actually come to its trend towards bearish sebenarnya. Okay. So these are the three most important for the leading indicators untuk semalam. Okay, this is untuk semalam. Untuk hari ini sebenarnya kalau kita lihat, dia ada penyambungan yang berlaku, dan ini adalah lebih menyokong kepada Federal Fund Rates which is about 4.75%, which helps towards towards the increase of gold maksudnya gold mempunyai kenaikan semalam kerana kenaikan cuma adalah sebanyak 25 basis point saja. Okay, so untuk ini sebenarnya kita akan melihat kepada the current news. Okay, first and foremost in fundamental analysis is to understand the schedule news. Okay, because schedule news is something yang kita tahu pukul berapa dia akan berlaku and when it's going to happen kita tahu apa yang akan berlaku we know what time it's going to happen. But there is always something dia selalu ada something di dalam market yang kita kena lihat apa yang berlaku sebelum apa yang berlaku sebelum pukul 9.30 kita kena tahu apa yang berlaku sebelum 9.30 ini supaya kita boleh dapatkan direction market yang betul. Okay, kita boleh dapatkan direction market yang betul. So hari ini sebenarnya dia lebih menyokong kalau kita melihat kepada unemployment claims di sini, dia sebenarnya lebih menyokong kepada kenaikan US dollar. Okay, nampak cuma satu news saja yang menyokong kepada kenaikan US dollar. That's what we get from our schedule news. Okay, at 9:30. So kita akan check dengan lagi satu website yang dipanggil sebagai investing.com Anda type saja investing.com, kemudian anda cari XAU/USD. Kenapa XAU/USD? Sebab anda nak trade gold Okay, saya tengah mengajar tentang gold. Okay, so apabila anda scroll di bawah ini, anda akan melihat pertamanya ada technical chart di sini ada technical chart di sini. Kalau anda notice satu perkara, apabila news ni keluar, anda tahu ada satu retracement dan kemudian ada satu kenaikan. Apabila news ni keluar, anda boleh lihat ada kenaikan. Apabila news ni keluar, anda juga akan melihat apa yang akan berlaku juga selepas ini. Maksud dia, semua news yang berada di sini, semua news yang berada di sini sebenarnya adalah news-news yang sangat-sangat penting. These are all very important news basically because it can actually affect the market. Okay, so as usual ada orang tanya saya, penting ke kita nak baca semua news kat sini news kat sini kita boleh baca, tak ada masalah. At least baca 2 ke 3 news saja. But most of the time even if you read sebanyak 2 news pun dah cukup dah And of course kalau anda melihat kepada news ini adalah sesuatu yang banyak sesuatu yang banyak sebenarnya jadi tapi kalau kita betul-betul kalau kita betul-betul melihat kepada news ini kita kena tahu yang semua fundamental analysis semua fundamental analysis yang kita perlukan ada di dalam news. Investing.com basically summarize everything in order for us to be easier to do fundamental analysis. It looks memang banyak memang nampak banyak. Memang fundamental analysis sebenarnya adalah memang banyak, tapi cumanya ialah investing.com sebenarnya memasukkan semua fundamental faktor yang penting untuk kita tahu supaya kita boleh tahu trend untuk market sebenarnya. Daripada kita nak buka line chart, graph chart, bar chart dan sebagainya, adalah lebih baik untuk kita memahami news dan kemudiannya kita sebenarnya dah boleh trade untuk trade di dalam market sebenarnya dengan mengetahui trend tersebut. So if kalau kita melihat Asian shares jump, dollar eases after Powell statement. That means we understand dollar ada kejatuhan sedikit maksudnya Asian shares ni jump So, kalau correlation usually is where that if let's say usually the shares market actually usually rises, dollar basically eases which means that dollar akan mempunyai penurunan apabila sebenarnya share market sebenarnya naik dan ini sebenarnya juga sebenarnya kadang-kadang berlaku dengan S&P 500 dan sebagainya alright you can see that help the S&P 500 and Nasdaq to close sharply higher overnight that's the correlation. So sometimes it's important for us to understand correlation juga because ini juga sebenarnya akan membantu kita untuk mengetahui trend untuk mengetahui trend di dalam market. Tapi is the correlation setiap kali betul ke atau apa ke? The answer is no also, but based on the previous data this has been the pattern. Like for example, people say if let's say gold climbs up, then US dollar will come down. If US dollar goes up, that means gold will come down because this is based on the past data. Ini adalah berdasarkan kepada past data. Tapi ada tak ketika ni gold naik, US dollar pun naik, US dollar naik, gold pun naik. Gold turun, US dollar pun turun. Ada tak ketika masa ni perkara itu berlaku? The answer is yes. Okay, benda tu memang berlaku. Okay, but it is based on the fundamental factor, because fundamental factor can be a lot actually in the market. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So moving forward, basically, okay, if anyone has any questions, war, war, basically, it can be due to geopolitical risk. Basically, it can be due to political issue. It can be due to, supply and demand issue. Yeah, there is a lot of things actually. Yeah, even the Russian and Ukraine war also basically did actually affected also for these gold prices, and also for this US dollar as well. Yeah. Okay. So if there's anything, please ask. Please please tanya guys. Saya akan cuba untuk cuba untuk bagi info dan juga terangkan sebenarnya. Okay. So okay. So moving forward, basically regarding on this, Asian stocks jump. Okay, while the dollar is after Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said disinflationary process was underway, boosting risk appetite and hope that US Central Bank will soon end its monetary tightening streak. Okay, that is a fundamental factor. Itu adalah satu fundamental factor. Sepertinya yang kita tahu, Jerome Powell iaitu dia adalah satu presiden kepada Federal Reserve. Okay, chair dia adalah seorang chair besar. So apa yang berlaku ialah, okay, apa yang berlaku di sini ialah dia sebenarnya nak end soon dia punya monitoring tightening. Maksud dia tak nak sebenarnya menaikkan interest rate secara banyak. Okay. About the rates yesterday 0.25 but why USD drop? Okay, why USD drop? Okay, that's a very good question actually below. Okay, what actually happened is that usually most of these investors here basically they are actually very concerned about the interest rate. As you know, what happened is that this trend has been continuing from the last year actually. If you notice last year, they have been increasing for 50 basis point, they have been increasing for 75 basis point, and more than that also. So what actually happens is that here is that how do I say this is that when they are only increasing about 25 basis point, because for them 25 basis point is not so much compared to 50 basis point or even compared to 75 basis point basically, because the investor has thought in their mind that if let's say Fed is actually increasing their interest rate, okay, which is they are doing up to 25 basis point, but however that increase is not very significant compared to 50 or also the 75 basis point. So for this, actually yesterday our main fundamental factor that we were focusing on was actually on the European Central Bank also, and also based on what that the UK bank, which is the London Bank, also doing yesterday. As we understand yesterday, they did increase their monetary policy for the interest rate to be increased up to 50 basis point as well. But however, in this case, what happened is that the US Chair Jerome Powell, he actually stick to only 25 basis point. I do understand because because what happens is that when they talk about increasing, when they increase the interest rate, automatically the US dollar will go up. But this increase is not as significant compared to 50 basis point or the 75 basis point basically. So it is something that also actually keep the investors to basically ensure that US dollar actually do not climb up much actually, because we have seen actually what happens last year as well. When US dollar actually climb up very high, the trade between countries has been very difficult as well. So because kalau US dollar naik sangat pun, ia adalah satu masalah juga kepada semua orang. If about 0.25, then should be green flag light, like 0.50 or 0.75. If about 0.25, then should be green flag light like 0.50 or 0.75. Yes. So which means that if it's 0.25 means it's still considered low lah, I would say. As long as it's lower than 50 basis point, okay, based on the history, as long as it's lower than 50 basis point, which means that it's not it won't actually help much for the increase of US dollar basically, because the investors will still actually focus more on the gold as the safe haven basically. Yeah, yeah. So last year basically we can see 50 basis points, 75 basis point, 100 basis point. So what actually happens is that we can see that many countries, they also have a lot of problems actually in order to do trade. Yeah, because what happens is that if US dollar actually grows very strongly also, this actually will give a lot of effect to people in order to trade as well, because our main currency in terms of exchange that we use is basically we use US currency basically. And other than that, because of US currency actually rising as well, okay, this is actually making people difficult in order to buy oil and many other metals as well, basically. Yeah. So that's why the economy last year was actually very bad when it's actually when it's actually reaching up to the end of the year actually. So that's why they actually predicted in 2023 it was going to be an economic recession as well. Yeah. So, because if Federal Reserve is going to continue the same pattern like they did last year, people are definitely going to be fed up of Federal Reserve actually. So, Federal Reserve sebenarnya mempunyai satu, how to say, satu power. Because dia pegang central bank, dia boleh kawal interest rate, dan dia sebenarnya juga boleh sebenarnya menyebabkan ramai orang mempunyai masalah juga ya basically. But kalau kita notice dekat negara mereka inflasi mereka dah terlalu tinggi sangat sampai rakyat mereka pun tak boleh nak tak boleh nak handle lah benda tu, because the inflation is too high basically, that that the people want to buy the things also, it is very expensive for them. Yeah. So of course you cannot continue doing that in 2023 as well. So that's why the many of the investors, so they think, if let's say that he's just increasing about 25 basis point, so it is still actually the minimum level. Yeah. So we cannot allow that the US dollar to be very extremely strong as well lah, basically. Yeah. Okay, I hope I answered the question, but maybe I believe that there is more stronger how to say explanation to that. But as I understood regarding on this is that 2023 was supposed to be a very bad year, and it can be a very bad year also if let's say Federal Reserve will increase their interest rate. Yeah? We have to hope that they don't increase their interest rate because it is a problem. It is a problem actually. Yeah. So maybe we don't realize kadang-kadang kita semua ni sebenarnya ingatkan yang bahawa ekonomi sebenarnya tak ada efek di dalam hidup kita tapi kalau contohnya kita nak beli barang dan sebagainya di dalam market juga kalau contohnya inflasi rate di Amerika walaupun tinggi juga kadang-kadang kita import export dan sebagainya, jadi untuk kita sebenarnya nak beli barang-barang juga dia juga akan menyebabkan kita untuk keluarkan lebih banyak duit Cuba bayangkan, just imagine if let's say we are just earning a very minimum how to say a very minimum wage only basically so it's definitely going to be very difficult basically. It's definitely going to be very difficult. So sebab itulah harap-harap we just hope the best basically lah. So because what's happening is definitely happening. So but we try to understand lah apa yang tengah berlaku lah. Yeah. You're most welcome, Mr. Bilu. No problem. Anytime. Okay. So so as I said, regarding on this, so we know the US central bank will soon end its monetary tightening streak, which is definitely actually helping to US dollar to ease slightly. Okay. So his statement is very important, basically compared to even Brennard and another person as well. But however, his statement is always the most important. Okay, so China's stock were high, okay, at 0.11% higher. Okay, while Hong Kong Hang Seng Index was up by nearly 1%, because it's the Asian share up here. Okay, so of course we know this is definitely due to the Chinese China US trade as well. So when Chinese stocks also climb up, so of course it has the correlation with US as well. Okay, so let's find for more fundamental factors. So if we see the US Central Bank announced an expected 25 basis point interest rate increase after a year of larger hikes, and it had turned a key corner in the fight against a high inflation rate. but policymakers projected ongoing increases in borrowing costs would still be needed, which means that many policymakers still feels that that the increase in the interest rate should happen basically. Yeah? Okay, and however, this is definitely going to ensure that the borrowing costs, yeah, for the for the loans and everything is going to be much more higher actually. Okay, so the market took a dovish skew. Okay, we know that it took a dovish skew. Did help S&P 500, Nasdaq closed sharply higher overnight. Yes, of course. And other than that, kalau kita lihat, yes, let's see what happens for the European Central Bank and the Bank of England. Okay, the focus will now switch to the European Central Bank and Bank of England meeting scheduled for Thursday, which is today. Okay, and the interest rate part, the two central bank are likely to take. Okay, so we have to see ya. Okay, kita akan tengok ya apa yang akan berlaku ya, apa yang akan berlaku kepada European Central Bank dan juga kepada apa yang akan berlaku di Bank of England meeting. Basically, this is a very important news as well, because I believe that once we know what's going on here also, we will be able to know what would be the particularly the trend as well. But as we studied yesterday, they are likely to increase about 50 basis point. So if they are actually increasing up to 50 basis point, they will definitely do it. Yeah, they will definitely do it. Okay. So okay, this is more hawkish. Okay, BOE is likely to trickiest. Will be trickiest given indecisive market pricing as well as the scope of for a split vote. Okay, in the currency market, the dollar spiked lower following Powell's remarks, with the US dollar index, which measures the currency against 6 major peers. Okay, another one more fundamental factor that we have to look into here, very important, is the US dollar index. Okay, if the US dollar index is basically going low, okay, which means that US dollar will definitely drop. Okay, if the US index is basically going high, okay, which means that the dollar will definitely go high as well. Okay, speaking about index is basically it's more towards the combination, yeah, of certain corporations, and it's also a combination of a certain investment and many more in the dollar index itself. Okay, so this is a very broad this is a very broad investment for dollar index, and basically this actually can give an impact, basically because this is very much related to the US dollar as well. Okay, the euro was up basically. Yes, of course, the yen strengthened. The sterling was last trading, okay, was down a little bit. Okay, this is due to the sterling in UK, and the yield of the 10-year treasury notes was up as well. Okay, it has a up. Okay, while the yield of a 30-year treasury bond was up for 1.3 basis point. Okay, so we actually can see here, we can see actually that that it eases here, it basically eases. But however, we have the information as well based on yesterday actually, that gold also basically how to say had a big shift here, as a big shift to a much higher price yesterday. Okay, so as I can see over here, if I look at the overall of this news, and based on my understanding, is that it is still supporting more towards bullish. Okay, it is still supporting more towards bullish, which means that gold has the possibility to basically go up, only that we will only have to be careful at our scheduled news, which we have at our unemployment, yeah, which we see just now at unemployment claims. We have 196, and this is also known as the lagging indicator. So which means that before it actually goes down here for the lagging indicator, okay, it will definitely go upwards here. Okay, this is what we get from our particular news. Okay, so since we already see our first news, we understand that it's completely bullish. So now we are going to look at what actually happens from the previous news ya. Kita akan melihat apa yang berlaku kepada news yang sebelum ini. Kenapa kita melihat kepada news yang sebelum ini? Adalah kerana kita sebenarnya tengah melihat apa yang sebenarnya yang membawa kepada news yang baru ini. Okay, so we can see actually what happens in the previous news that actually bring to this new news, because whatever that is happening here is definitely going to bring the new news as well. We already understand our scheduled news. We already understand currently the current news that is happening, and later on we will definitely go for our core incident news to know what is going to happen as well, or what is basically the latest one that is actually happening. Yeah. Okay, so kalau kita lihat gold holds 9-month high as dollar sinks. Yeah. Okay, so previously actually we had one news, okay, where gold actually was holding higher and dollar actually sinks, yeah, because of the recession fears surface. Okay, so we can see what are the fundamental factors. Kita boleh lihat sama-sama. Okay, okay. Federal Reserve ada komitmen untuk raising interest rate dented the dollar, okay, pushing up fears of a potential economic slowdown this year. Okay, sebab ekonomi untuk US pun sebenarnya sangat-sangat menurun, okay, sebab itu juga kalau menaikkan interest rate secara banyak juga akan menyebabkan masalah kepada mereka. It's going to cause issue to them as well. Okay, so the yellow metal largely outperformed its peers this week with Fed meeting serving to increase gold appeal as a safe haven. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, by a relatively smaller 25 basis point and acknowledge its progress against inflation. But the central bank also expressed uncertainty over where the interest rate will peak. Okay, this is one of the problems also that sometimes the Federal Reserve always comes with. Okay, where actually mereka akan kata yang mereka akan menaikkan sebenarnya 25 basis point, tapi mereka tak sure sama ada mereka akan naikkan ke 25 basis point ataupun tak. Okay, dan kemungkinan besar kita akan naikkan lebih ataupun kemungkinan besar kita tak akan naikkan juga. Okay, so dia akan bagi benda-benda macam ni, perkara-perkara macam ni di dalam market sebenarnya. Okay, sebab ini adalah untuk confusekan traders and also investors. Okay, this is to confuse the traders and also to confuse the investors basically, because usually most of the investors would prefer that that they have higher interest rate. Okay, they have higher interest rate because so that they can actually have more profit. Yeah, they can have more profit basically. So if let's say they have a lower interest rate, which means that of course that they wouldn't like to actually invest. So in terms of FDI for foreign direct investment in the country as well. Okay, this is another info for foreign direct investment. If let's say you are giving a high interest rate, okay, to someone, okay, so of course that someone would be interested in order to invest in your country as well. Okay, yeah, so that's why so when you come with a low interest rate, so people should I give a loan or not, because I'm getting very less interest. So why would I want to give loan? So of course I want to give a much how to say, I of course I want a much higher interest from whatever that I'm actually putting my money in. Okay, so it's the same thing, it's the same concept basically. So they just want to make people confused. Yeah, but however, because the main problem here is that the Federal Reserve is also worried. Yeah, if they increase too much, then the inflation rate is going to be very high in their country, which is going to definitely cause problem to the public basically. So that's why they want to increase also, they just can increase little by little. Okay, so this is also one of the reasons also lah why they are actually going with it. Ya, ini juga adalah satu reason kenapa juga dia sebenarnya naikkan, tapi dia cuma naikkan sebanyak 25 basis point saja ya. So ramai investors berpendapat yang bahawa 25 basis point itu sebenarnya tidak cukup kukuh untuk dia sebenarnya membantu kepada kenaikan US dollar. Okay. Okay. So this drove expectations and everything. Okay, as usual. So this is positive for the gold. Okay, spot gold rose for 0.2%. Gold futures jump up, of course. Gold rise, everything. Okay, so okay, we're likely to raise interest rate before announcing a pause. Okay, the greenback also pressured by the anticipation of interest rate hikes by the European and Islamic bourses. The both banks are expected to raise by 50 basis points each and signal more incoming hikes as they move to higher inflation. Okay, but rising interest rate are also likely to further pressure global and everything, weakness in the dollar benefits gold. Okay, so based on what we are reading here, okay, I'm just going through it fast basically. Most important ialah anda sebenarnya tak perlu untuk melihat apa yang mereka katakan. Ada data-data yang anda boleh tengok, ada data-data yang anda boleh avoid. Sebenarnya kalau anda lihat di sini, this is one of the most important thing. Uncertainty over an economic recovery. Okay, also weight following mixed data prints from the world's largest copper importer. So we know that actually China is very uncertain. Yeah? It's very uncertain because we don't know. Yeah? Because at one point when he actually opened his economy at the time, after he comes out from his zero COVID policy at the time, so what happens is that gold actually automatically rises up at that particular time. Okay, but sekarang ni dia mempunyai banyak COVID cases juga di dalam negara dia. Okay, and it's not very easy for you to open the economy fully basically because ini memang sesuatu yang kita tahu kalau kita ada COVID cases dan sebagainya, kita nak buat ekonomi dan sebagainya memang susah sebenarnya. It's a problem. So that's why dia sebenarnya ada satu mixed data from the world largest copper importer. China juga merupakan satu largest copper importer. Kenapa dia cakap pasal copper dan apa kaitan dia dengan gold? Okay, dia cuma kaitan dia adalah lebih kepada metal market. Okay, lebih kepada metal market. Kalau contohnya kalau copper naik, selalunya gold juga akan naik juga. Okay, so kalau oil naik, pastinya gold juga akan naik juga. So dia adalah konsep yang sama. Metal market semua dia memang correlation dia memang kuat. Selalunya ada orang tanya saya juga kalau contohnya macam kalau gold naik, boleh ke copper turun juga? Jawapan dia yes juga. Perkara itu juga boleh berlaku, tapi most of the time it will be more towards having a positive relationship. Kalau contohnya kalau copper naik, maksudnya gold juga akan naik. Cuma macam contohnya sebelum ni kita tahu ada disruption di Peru, okay, dan sebagainya yang akan meningkatkan demand yang juga akan menaikkan kepada kenaikan copper sebenarnya, yang pasti akan membantu kepada kenaikan gold juga. Okay, so it's just that it has the correlation. Kalau kita baca fundamental analysis ini adalah penting untuk kita tahu apa fundamental factor yang boleh affectkan market. At the same time kita kena faham correlation juga. Okay, because correlation akan memberikan kita apa yang sebenarnya boleh berlaku dan apa yang tengah berlaku juga. Okay, for this case basically we tahu uncertainty over an economic recovery in China also weighted following mixed data prints from the world largest copper importer. Okay, so we know that this also was actually supporting more towards the increase of gold actually. Okay, some people mungkin anda realize satu benda yang news di sini boleh berubah. Jawapan dia ialah yes. Okay, so you always have to take the latest one. The latest one whenever anda pergi ke dalam trade sebenarnya, okay, anda sebenarnya selalu melihat kepada news yang tengah berlaku di sini juga. Okay, dan lagi satu perkara yang saya nak sharekan ialah tentang core incident news. Okay, kalau contohnya anda baca semua news di sini sekurang-kurangnya 2 ke 3 dan kemudian anda pergi dengan entry anda, boleh, tak ada masalah, no problem with that. But as I said, we also have to keep track tentang apa yang boleh berlaku. Okay, apa yang boleh berlaku. Contohnya kalau anda lihat di sini, kita ada news dan juga latest story. Okay, sini ada banyak sangat di sini. Tapi perkara yang paling penting ialah we choose one news which is related kepada to apa yang kita trade. Contohnya kalau kita trade gold, so kita lihatlah kepada US dollar. Okay, US dollar plunges as Fed say this inflation now in play. Okay, for example, this was about 1 hour and 41 minutes ago. Okay, so kalau kita melihat, kita sekurang-kurangnya melihat 1 jam sekali saja. You don't have to lihat macam setiap 5 minit, setiap 10 minit, because it will be very troublesome. Dia akan jadi sesuatu yang sangat susah basically. So just 1 hour once untuk spot check saja. Spot check kepada semua news di sini, dan semua news di sini sebenarnya contains from all the best sources. For example, BOJ, from MOF, from CME, we have Nasdaq, Nasdaq, Bloomberg basically. So these are all the very important I would say I would say not important, I would say that it comes from a very good sources of information. It comes from a very good sources of information, and ini semua sebenarnya boleh membantu dalam trading kita. Okay, kalau contohnya anda tak melihat di sini, anda sebenarnya boleh juga baca di sini juga kerana dia sebenarnya dah cover untuk coincident news juga. Tapi the thing is that kalau anda melihat di sini juga adalah bagus juga ya, because here have more sources from different sources, basically from different websites. But if you're going here, then you are more focusing on only on investing.com. So that's why it's very important to just look through spot check dengan menggunakan sekurang-kurangnya dua website ini. Okay. Untuk coincident news, not to worry, it is more towards the latest news. Cuma kalau latest news tu tiba-tiba masuk, then we just click on it, just read what it is all about. Okay. For the fundamental, for the fundamental factors as well, and that's it. Yeah. Kita nak pastikan di coincident news ialah kita tidak mempunyai sebarang news yang boleh mengganggu market dia. Okay, sebab kita dah entry dah kita dah tahu sekarang trend kita adalah bullish. Tiba-tiba kita mendapat satu news yang mengatakan Fed menaikkan interest rate-nya sebanyak 50 basis point, 75 basis point dan sebagainya ataupun tiba-tiba mungkin Jerome Powell is having another meeting ke apa ke. Okay, so these are some of the things okay, well, it won't happen basically, but the thing is what these are some of the things that can happen suddenly. Okay, these are things that can happen suddenly. So things that can happen suddenly is something that we cannot control in our hands basically, but we can try our level best, okay, untuk tahu untuk buat apa yang kita tahu. Okay, untuk buat apa yang kita tahu. Okay, I hope all are okay with me. Okay, I'm so sorry if I talk a lot. Okay, so all right, so okay, that's it. That's it for fundamental analysis. Now I actually will be teaching on the fundamental range. Okay, for fundamental range actually it's very easy. Okay, so kalau anda dapat lihat di sini adalah 1950.13 ke 1957.33. Saya rasa dia adalah lebih tinggi daripada range semalam Okay, dia adalah lebih tinggi daripada range semalam yang sebenarnya menyebabkan yang bahawa dia adalah lebih kepada bullish dia adalah lebih kepada bullish. Okay, so semalam saya nak lihat kepada range semalam. Okay, saya tengah cari mana ni. Okay, so I'll be okay, range semalam adalah di antara 1908.31 to 1949.94. So which means that kita boleh lihat di sini the new range untuk hari ini adalah 1950.13 ke 1957.33. Maksudnya range dia sebenarnya dah menaik daripada range yang semalam saya berikan di dalam video saya, iaitu 1908.31 ke 1949.94. Okay, daily zone. Yes, daily zone. Yeah, correct. Okay, so selalunya kita boleh gunakan untuk range ini. Okay, ataupun ada lagi satu cara yang anda boleh buat, iaitu pergi ke general, go under historical data. Okay, historical data. Okay, yes, it is more towards the daily zone, because at times like for example I want to explain also on that also. I think you know it. Just like for example if we go to daily, for example, we go to daily, and then if we see here, okay, this is about 1 February. If we notice here is between 1919 to 1952. If you notice so basically yesterday if you're giving your range between 1908.31 to 1949.94, you will notice also, if let's say your trend is correct so automatically if you take your profit at 1949.94 also you would be actually able to actually earn a lot of money. Okay, so of course only that your fundamental range was a bit lower. This is because I added for the support the previous support also for the previous day, so automatically that's why it's a bit lower. But if let's say if you can see also that it has the possibility to retrace it, and once it retrace it, even if you leave it here at the fundamental range, it will definitely achieve for the for the bullish basically. So that's what actually important for actually us to know the fundamental range as well. You see, fundamental range sebenarnya adalah cuma berdasarkan kepada probability saja. Okay, this is based on probability, but the best thing is that when you are using apabila kita gunakan ranging di sini, kita dah tahu dah yang bahawa market sebenarnya telah berlalu di angle ini dan kemungkinan besar untuk dia retrace di sini adalah tinggi. Bukan kemungkinan dia memang retrace within this particular range for daily. So this is based on the research and also the testing which was being made for the fundamental range basically. So for those of you yang nak ikut ni pun boleh, ataupun ada lagi satu cara manually yang anda boleh guna as well. Okay, so manually is basically we are using the concept of moving average 5, but I would say that it's more towards the frequency number 5. Okay, so frequency number 5, which means that we are actually focusing on the open and also high basically. So for this open, apa yang kita lihat ialah kita pilih sekurang-kurangnya 5 data 5 data. Okay, 5 dan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dan kita bahagi dengan 5. Kalau kita ada 10 data sekalipun, kita tetap bahagi dengan 5. Kenapa kita bahagi dengan 5? Because that is the frequency, that is the formula, and we are using the concept of the frequency number, which is 5. Okay, so it is basically the one of the minimum value that we can go for the range. Yes, we don't use maximum value, because maximum value basically will make the range actually very big. So it is very impossible for anyone to actually reach that particular range. If let's say you're going for your take profit, entry, and many more actually, and anything can happen within a very big range. So that's why actually we are using frequency number 5, and basically we are dividing by 5 for our open and also our high. Okay, with that basically kita akan dapat kita punya fundamental kita akan dapat kita punya fundamental range di mana kita boleh trade kita boleh trade di dalam range tersebut. We can trade in that particular range itself. Okay, so guys, anda boleh guna cara ini ataupun cara ini, tak ada banyak beza. Okay, tak ada banyak beza. Kalau dia ni berbeza juga, dia sebenarnya sedikit saja perbezaan tapi di sini adalah lebih accurate selalunya. Okay, tapi kalau anda lihat kepada days range days range di sini juga sebenarnya anda cukup juga untuk anda sebenarnya trade untuk fundamental range anda. Okay, that's the thing. I'm done with fundamental analysis. So okay, I have it in my chat. If 1958 break, next will be 1974 to 1980. There are possibilities there are possibilities basically, because how to say is that we know that also that it is already within the range, and there are possibility that it could be more also than the particular range, since the trend is actually more towards bullish as well. Okay, this is just on fundamental analysis, but yes, for technical side, yes, correct, I want to say that just now. Okay, for technical side, yes, it is definitely towards bullish as well, which means that we have a very good news also, which means that we have our fundamental analysis and also our technical analysis to be aligned with each other. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, okay, all right, the technical side, 1958 break. Next is 1974. Okay, let's see. Let's just see. Possibility is always there. It's there actually, because even yesterday also Mr. Bilu actually predicted, and actually it went beyond. It went beyond actually for gold actually. It's very good. Okay, so I'm going to start for technical analysis. If let's say there is no there is no question about fundamental analysis, ada sebarang soalan tak? See, 21 April 2022. 21 April 2022. That's very far ahead. Okay. Okay, 21 April 2022. Okay, that's very far ahead actually. Okay, so but it's okay. Yeah, I do believe. Yeah, I do believe. To what Mr. Bilu says, actually 1958 break. The next would be 1974. Okay, next would be 1974. Yeah. Yeah, there is just there's no Bijong key levels at the top. Yeah. Okay, daily time frame. Okay, thank you. Let's see, 191887. Wow. Wow, yes. Okay, daily time frame. Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. So your prediction, if it's 1958, if it breaks, the next would be at 1974. Huh? Yes. Yes, 1974 this is very near up to 1973. But yes, of course, it can be at 1974 and then to 1980. Yeah. Okay. So mine here is 1987 lah. It break current price lah. Break current price. Yes. Okay. Can, yeah, can definitely. Yeah. Okay, if it's a daily time frame, yes, it can break, yeah. It can really break. Yeah. So you are using more, you're using more on the, as you told me yesterday, you're using more towards the naked chart and also using more to SNR, yeah, basically. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's really good actually. So, okay. So for even for Bijom key levels, yeah, even for Bijom key levels, actually, I agree with that. Okay, because actually, like here, I have at the daily time frame as you tell me to look just now, it's at 19, yeah, 197, yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, 1974 is your point, but I have here about 1973, which is very near, very near actually. Okay, and another one we have at 1986 basically. So of course, yeah, it's within this particular range as well. Yeah, it's same. Yeah, it is just same actually. It's just the same. Yeah. So okay, it's good. It's very good actually. Yeah. So if we're gonna go for signal today, of course we'll go for another buy since we already know also that our uh our our fundamental analysis is more to bullish, but as you said, that actually it needs to break the particular point, yeah? Okay, the current price. Okay. So okay, so what I will be actually, yeah, I'm selling. You're selling, is it? Okay, okay. No problem, yeah. No worries, yeah. So okay, no problem. We will how to say we'll see. Okay, we'll see together. Okay, we'll see together whether we want to sell or we want to buy. Okay, no problem. First and foremost, saya nak tanya semua orang ya. Anda sebenarnya nak saya ajar lagi ke tentang fundamental ke, or I just proceed with technical analysis? And for technical analysis, I basically have two. One is for intraday strategy, and another one is for the one, yeah, that you can see on your graph basically. So I will be explaining one by one regarding on the technical side basically, and also we will try to find our signals for today. Okay. So for now, first and foremost, I think if let's say you all want signals, so maybe I will go with, I will go with this basically. Okay. So guys, just tell me if any one of you have any questions. Yeah. You all can let me know. Okay. So Mr. Bidu, he wants to go with sell. Okay. No problem. We will definitely discuss on this. Yeah. And also, if in case, we have a shift, yeah, we want to sell or anything, then we will also look through, based on this, based on this particular strategy, yeah, which is being given. Okay. Okay, cool guys. Okay. So I believe here, okay, Mr. Bilu say 9. Okay, what about others? Mr. Kamarul, Ikwan, Mr. Anwar. If you do have anything, kalau ada apa-apa, just tanya je ya. Ada masalah ya. Okay, saya akan cuba untuk apa? Terangkan ya. Nothing for now, eh? Okay, nothing for now. Okay, that's great. Okay, nothing for now. Okay. Okay, that's cool. It's very cool. Okay. So, okay, as you can see, there are many things over here, many things over here basically. Yeah, I don't want to, I don't want to really confuse anyone, yeah, regarding on this basically. Okay, but we're gonna make it, yeah, as simple as possible. Yeah? Okay, first and foremostly, as I know, okay, we have someone new here. Okay, so I'm just going to explain about how I'm using, yeah, each and each one of these indicators. Okay, so first and foremost, we will now not look at the stochastic. Stochastic is one of the easiest way in order to for us to look. If let's say we have anything here which is above 70, so of course we consider that situation as a overbought situation. Okay, overbought situation maksudnya dia dah ada banyak buy volume dalam market sebenarnya, dan kemudian dia mempunyai kemungkinan besar untuk sebenarnya jatuh, ya. Itu adalah untuk stokastik. Kalau dia adalah di bawah, ya, kalau dia adalah di bawah 30, which means that basically dia dah sampai ke oversold position. Oversold position maksudnya dia mempunyai sell position yang banyak, ya, untuk volume dia sebenarnya, ya, di dalam market. Okay, so it's very easy to go for stochastic, but we are not going to search for stochastic for now. We are going to focus more towards the up here. Okay, so I'm actually going to place a very naked chart over here. Okay, and we are going to discuss together about how we can use this method basically in order to trade in the market. Yeah. Okay. So this is my this is one of the methods here basically. Okay. So for now, basically, as you can see, this is more towards the naked chart. Okay, there's nothing over here. Basically, we know that we have a bullish candle. Okay, so for now, actually, we are going to close this as well. Okay, for moving average. Okay, horizontal line close. Okay, okay. So first and foremost, apa yang kita akan buat ialah kita akan memasukkan satu indikator yang dipanggil sebagai extreme trend. Okay, extreme trend. Kalau anda lihat di extreme trend ini, okay, kalau anda notice satu perkara, dia adalah berwarna kuning, ya, di sini sebenarnya. Kalau dia berwarna kuning, dia akan lebih menyokong kepada buy, ya. Dia akan lebih menyokong kepada buy. Kalau dia sebenarnya menyokong kepada warna putih, maksudnya dia adalah lebih kepada sell sebenarnya, ya. Okay. So sekarang ni kita sebenarnya tahu, bagaimana kegunaan untuk extreme trend. Okay. Bagi anda yang tak tahu, anda boleh sebenarnya, ya, extreme trend juga, dan kemudian anda boleh pilih yang ni, ya. Okay, so for extreme trend, basically you will need another indicator untuk sebenarnya sokong kepada dia, iaitu anda akan menggunakan QQE MT4 glass modified. Just uncle, ya. Okay, you can search this as well. Okay, this all indicator is free. Actually, the minimum here for TradingView is that only three indicators are basically free actually. But since for TradingView we have the premium one actually. So once we have the premium one, then we are we are able to use as many as possible actually, yeah. But do not worry, I will definitely, I always give signals as well. And most probably, because if let's say anyone who wants to use the TradingView premium, or would like to know more information, can always refer me as well, so I can provide all this information that they need. Unless if you are using, that's a very good point. I'm so sorry, I got to touch more on that. Okay, if in case like anyone just have 3 indicators that you are using on, so maybe the best maybe you can use is like the RSI, maybe you can use the stochastic, maybe you can use the trend line, for example. So not necessary, I know I'm actually going with this, but I know that most of you maybe only using about 3 indicators. So it's very important for you to actually find the best the best indicator that you can blend it together. Okay, so usually people can use the RSI, people can use the stochastic, people can use the trend line, and then they can also use the Bollinger Band, for example. Okay, so you all can use many indicators basically regarding on this. Okay, there's no issues here. There's really no issues about it. Okay, unless if let's say if you're going with only this indicator, for example, if you have an extreme trend and you have a QQE MT4, and then maybe the best other indicator that you can possibly use I believe would be, I'll just choose it for you, yeah. Maybe UT-bot alerts. Okay. Okay, maybe UT-bot alerts. Okay, UT-bot alerts. Action plan, UT-bot alerts. This. Okay. And maybe you can use the stochastic as well. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is good enough. Yeah, this is very good enough. Yeah. Okay, this has about 4 indicators basically that we can also focus on. Basically, if let's say for those of you who basically do not have all these particular indicators, not to worry. Basically, you all can use extreme trend. You all can use QPE MT4. You all can use stochastic or RSI. Okay, or RSI, which is relative strength index, and also you all can use UT-bot analysis. Yeah? Okay, extreme trend, QQE, stochastic or RSI, and also for UT-bot analysis. Okay, so as you see here, if let's say you're using this, okay, kalau anda gunakan ni, anda mempunyai extreme trend anda iaitu yang berwarna putih yang sebenarnya tukar kepada warna orange ya, warna orange ataupun gold ke kuning ke ya. Okey, boleh ya, tak ada masalah. Kalau anda notice di sini anda ada satu buy ya, satu buy indication di sini. Selalunya apabila kita ada buy indication di sini, okey, kita sebenarnya dah boleh masuk ya untuk buy. Okey. So kalau anda lihat di QQE ini, okey, dia apabila walaupun tukar ya kepada warna kuning, tapi dia masih tidak sure di mana sebenarnya direction akan pergi. Okey, walaupun UT-bot analyst dah kata awal-awal yang sebenarnya dia akan lebih kepada buy, okey, tapi apa yang berlaku ialah dia sebenarnya masih tidak sure lagi ya daripada segi QQE MT4. Okey, so di sini sebenarnya kita sebenarnya dah boleh tengok ya. Kalau contohnya di buy di sini, contohnya kita tengok di mana sebenarnya stokastik kita. Kalau kita notice stokastik kita masih berada di tengah ya. Masih berada di tengah dan bukan di bawah ya, bukan di bawah di 20 ataupun di 30 di sini ya. Okey, kenapa kalau kita nak masuk adalah lebih baik kita pilih ya below 30 above 70. Okey, sebab above 70 dia akan lebih kepada overbought maksudnya dia mempunyai momentum untuk turun bawah. Okey, kalau dia adalah di bawah 30 makanya dia akan lebih kepada kenaikan. Kalau anda notice di sini apabila dia menurun di bawah ini, anda tahu ya, dia akan lebih kepada kenaikan ya. Dia akan lebih kepada kenaikan. Memang dia nampak macam ni color dia sebab anda buka UT-bot alerts. Kalau anda tutup, anda akan tahu ya. Dekat sini apabila anda buy, dia mempunyai kenaikan ya. Tapi kenaikan dia adalah di tengah-tengah saja. Tapi anda boleh tunggu ya. Okey. Anda boleh tunggu sehingga sebenarnya dia sebenarnya naik ya ke atas ni ya untuk stokastik ini, dan maknanya anda boleh take profit anda di sini. Okey, ataupun lagi satu cara juga yang saya boleh tunjukkan, kalau contohnya anda tengah buy ya, anda tengah buy, which means you will go for the long position. If let's say you're placing here, okay, for example, let's put your target to be at around okay, your risk reward, your risk reward at least place it around 1.15 if it's possible. If not, then 1.2 I think let's make it to 2.15. 2.15. Okay, someone is messaging me. Don't worry, guys. I will get back to you. Okay, so for example, yeah. Okay, so for example, if you see here, I place it around 2.5 here for 2.50 for my risk reward ratio basically, and I place my stop loss at the below basically here. Okay, you can choose your stop loss, okay, as low as you can. Okay, I think this is good enough here. Risk reward, which is about 4, yeah. Okay, your risk reward ratio should be around 4. So as you see, if let's say you go for buy over here, automatically you already reach your target. Yeah? You already reach your target over here. Okay, this is one of the example that one of the ways that you can also use here. Okay, where you actually focus on your on your risk reward to be at least at 4. Okay, it should be at 4. Okay, I hope everyone is getting me. Yeah, I hope everyone is getting me. If you don't get me, please kindly tell me so that I can explain to you further. Okay, so the risk reward that I have, Oh yes, okay, you can now. Okay. Okay, so the risk reward that you have, okay, is about 4. Okay, because the one that I place here is about 4. You can go for 4. And you can see here that actually I have actually placed it over here. So if, let's say if you're buying, if your stochastic is below 30, below 30, which means that you can buy. Okay, once you buy, automatically you can actually earn, you can earn your profit at this particular area. You can earn your profit at this particular area, which means you put your risk to reward is almost to 1:4. Okay, 1:4. Okay. So currently if you are using the UT-bot alerts, okay, you will notice that your UT-bot alerts basically give you the buy, okay, which is over this particular area, okay, which means that it is slightly a bit late here in order to give you the particular entry for the buy, okay. So but it's okay, okay, you can use this method also, okay, you can really use this method. In case if let's say you're buying over here, then you just have to do one thing, shift it here, okay, the buy over here, place it here below, okay. So of course if you're waiting for here, you will definitely hit your stop loss, so kindly please please bring down it a little bit to the previous to the previous support at least, okay, to the previous support at least, okay. And this one at least make it up to 4, make it to 4, no problem. Let's bring it a bit down and make it to 4. 3.9. Pull this up a bit. Okay. All right. Okay. So I just placed it at 3.9, but it's roughly around 4. That means it has the possibility to basically hit around here. It has the possibility to hit around here. So which means that if let's say you are buying from here, okay, so which means that you are able to actually hit your take profit at around 1955.32. Okay. So this is where actually we can, we can really look at also actually for our trading basically here based on the long position that we are having here. Okay. Okay, so okay, so because my main idea was actually to mix all of this, here. Okay, so this is the way lah. This is the way that you can go with, but only that if you have less indicators to use, which means that you have slightly a little limitations lah, where actually that you have to use it like manually, especially like for the stop loss and also for the profit basically, but it is not impossible for you to also earn profit in the market. Okay, so all right, okay, so this is how you can go with for your particular trade as well. Okay, so this is actually at 5 minutes. This is actually at 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do, what I'm really going to do right now is that I'm going to teach here regarding on all the indicators over here. Definitely, I will teach all regarding on all the indicators here, and we will be able to find the signals here, the signals that we really need. Okay, so for this, I'm going to actually place a horizontal line. Basically see that in case if it hits here later, because I'm going to delete this. Okay, so we have our point here which will be at 1955.33 basically. Okay, so we'll just wait and see here. Okay, so for now I'm going to be continuing. Okay, I'll be continuing for this. For example, if let's say we are not looking at our stochastic for now, just assume here. Okay, so for now actually seperti yang kita tengok, kita selalu fokus kepada extreme trend kita, okay, extreme trend kita iaitu yang berwarna kuning, dan kemudiannya dia sebenarnya lebih menyokong juga kepada kenaikan kerana dia berwarna hijau. Kalau dia berwarna kuning di sini, makanya penukaran trend boleh berlaku. Okay, maksudnya kalau anda lihat di sini, ini adalah lebih kurang macam penukaran trend boleh berlaku. Sama ada penukaran trend itu akan berlaku kepada kenaikan ataupun dia akan berlaku kepada penurunan. Okay, this is one of the example it can happen So which means that when we have this particular yellow thing, we will have to be very, very careful already. Okay, you have to be very, very careful already. Okay. So for this actually, okay, we are done for the extreme, and also we are done for the QQE MT4 glass modified. Okay, UT-bot alert sebenarnya is a very simple concept. Because UT Board LS cuma dia akan memberikan anda signal-signal. Okay, dia akan memberikan signal. Contohnya anda boleh sell, ya. Kalau anda sell di sini, makanya anda boleh take profit anda di buy, ya, the next buy sebenarnya. Kalau anda notice satu perkara, kadang-kadang dia tak berapa banyak juga. Okay, kalau contohnya anda menggunakan stop loss, okay, menggunakan stop loss sekurang-kurangnya 30 pips ke 40 pips, makanya sebenarnya dia boleh juga, ya, sentuh, ya. Tapi the main thing is that we very seldom use, ya, like me, I very seldom use for the stop loss, because I know that price has the possibility to retrace, ya, based on this particular technique I use. So from here, kalau sini adalah sell. So kalau anda lihat di sini, dia akan boleh tutup di buy, ya, di sini, ya. Sebab kenapa kita belum menggunakan banyak lagi indikator di sini. Dan selain daripada itu, kalau walaupun kita mempunyai sell di sini, okay, dan kita tahu dia berwarna putih, automatically kebanyakan orang mereka akan masuk, ya. Tapi pastikan yang anda tahu, walaupun sini adalah putih, anda sebenarnya cek dengan QQE MT4 anda, ya, sama ada anda perlu masuk ataupun anda tak perlu masuk. Kalau contohnya kalau sell di sini, kalau anda lihat di sini juga, anda pasti akan masuk, ya. You will definitely enter because you got your UT Board LS over here. Okay, which means that your UT Board LS actually do help you, okay, to give you the early signal. But however, if you notice here, yang bahawa daripada putih ini akan bertukar kepada warna gold, ya. Jadi di sini anda akan pasti takut, ya. Okay, you will definitely be scared if you are not able to see all this later on. Okay, so from here on, you will see that, likely the shifting is going to happen. So this is the point that definitely you will stop loss. Okay, this is the point that you will definitely stop loss, because this is supporting more towards gold, and your QQE MT4 also basically is actually not giving you the certainty. But however, things can turn out well also, yeah. Things can turn out well where actually it has the lower point. Okay, it has the lower point, and automatically it came up to this particular point, yeah. So which means that you can still earn profit basically by waiting for the next buy. Okay, by waiting for the next buy basically, yeah. Okay, so now we are done with the extreme trend, we are done with the QQE, yeah, basically, and we are also actually, yeah, towards the towards the UT Board alerts as well. So currently apa yang kita boleh buat ialah kita masukkan lagi satu indikator yang dipanggil sebagai FLI. Okay, so apa tu FLI? FLI means actually it's a follow line indicator. Okay, follow line indicator means it just follows, yeah. Okay, why I'm using a follow line indicator is because I want to actually know, yeah, where is the momentum. Okay, momentum in terms of what? Momentum in terms of whether the extreme trend will continue or the extreme trend won't continue. For example, if I'm looking over here, this is more towards, okay, this is more towards buy, because that I know that that it is blue in color. If let's say I have something which is red in color, okay, as I can see here, it's still not, yeah. Okay, here it's a buy, yeah. You can see here what happens, and we still do not have any sell. Okay, so yeah, so this is the red one. Kalau anda lihat di sini, ini adalah yang berwarna merah. Yang berwarna merah ini adalah lebih kepada sell. Okay, ini adalah lebih kepada sell. Apabila dia bertukar daripada merah ke warna biru, makanya anda tahu sebenarnya yang bahawa dia adalah untuk kenaikan. Dia adalah lebih kepada kenaikan. Tapi kalau anda notice satu perkara, extreme trend anda akan memberikan anda satu indication yang lebih awal. Sebab tu juga extreme trend juga boleh digunakan sebagai satu cara untuk anda entry juga. Tapi confirmation dengan QQE MT4. Kalau anda notice di sini, sebelum anda dapat buy di sini, ya, sebenarnya anda dah melihat yang bahawa extreme trend anda dah bertukar lebih awal. Okay, dah bertukar lebih awal. So that's why anda sebenarnya boleh buy. Anda tengok, untuk confirmkan momentum, dia menaik, okay, nampak, dia menaik, it keeps coming up, ya. Just look at the blue color, coming up, okay, floating and all. Now currently it is still in the zone of the buy, basically. Okay, So maybe chances for it to reach here up is very high as well. Okay. So untuk ni, okay, what we are going to do is that we are going to bring ATR stops as well. Okay. As you see, ATR stops adalah berwarna hijau. Untuk warna hijau sebenarnya apa yang penting ialah untuk warna hijau lebih menyokong kepada kenaikan. Okey, contohnya kalau anda berada anda sebenarnya buy contoh anda buy di sini, okey tadi, dan kemudian anda tak tahu dekat mana anda nak take profit. Okey, contohnya tiba-tiba di sini sebenarnya ada sell yang keluar. Okay, so if in case if let's say there is a sell, okay, that comes out, you can actually take your profit over there. But sometimes you know we humans kita sebenarnya ada satu situasi yang that you know, should I exit early, should I exit late, basically. Kenapa begini adalah kerana kita sebenarnya selalu fikirkan yang kita sebenarnya boleh mendapatkan lebih profit di dalam market. Okay, so ATR stops actually can help you. Okay, boleh membantu kita untuk kita sebenarnya stay di dalam market ataupun kita exit dalam daripada market. Dan macam mana nak tahu kita exit ke ataupun kita nak stay? Kalau dia berwarna hijau, maknanya dia adalah lebih kepada buy. Kalau dia adalah berwarna merah, okay, dia cukup panjang Kalau dia adalah berwarna merah, okay, dia adalah lebih kepada sell. Okay. So guys, since tadi kalau ada siapa letak buy kat sini, extreme trend anda pun okay, cuma ni ada sedikit unconfirmation di sini. Anda ikut kepada YouTube alerts, dan kalau lihat kepada FLI juga menyokong kepada buy, dan kemudian ni kalau anda lihat di sini yang anda punya ATR stop juga lebih menyokong kepada buy juga. Okay. Now, saya nak campurkan lagi satu benda yang dipanggil sebagai Bijon Key Levels. Okay, nampak tak? Okay, so Bijon Key Levels adalah sesuatu yang sangat penting kerana Bijon Key Levels adalah point-point yang kita boleh gunakan untuk retracement, boleh gunakan point untuk take profit. Okay, so kalau kita lihat tadi, kita letak kita punya risk reward di 4 1:4, iaitu di 1995.33, which have a very high probability untuk dia sampai di sini. Okay, sebab kenapa? Dia adalah di dalam Bijon Key Levels kita. So Bijon Key Levels actually is very good because it will provide you the layer that that you need basically. Of course, kalau kita buat manually adalah sedikit berbeza. Kalau kita buat mengikut technical indicator di sini adalah sedikit berbeza. But the thing is that the main thing is that kita ada point yang point yang kita boleh lihat because this is only based on probability Okay, this is only based on probability, and as long as it closed, that's very good enough. Okay, that's very good enough Okay, so no one actually like betul-betul boleh bagi tahu yang very exact very exactly, okay, this is the price that it will definitely close up, and from this particular point it will definitely retrace and all so it's very very seldom I don't say that there is none maybe there is, but it's very seldom and so far we didn't quite find such a person as well, because somehow the point something is always actually different from each other. Okay, so for now actually we can see that we have a Bijon Key Levels at the top. Lepas tu kita tengok kalau sama ada kita ada Bijon Levels kat bawah, kita ada Bijon Levels ada kat bawah juga. So possible untuk dia retrace kat bawah pun adalah tinggi sebenarnya Kita lihat balik dekat atas ni, ada tak Bijon Key Levels lagi? Okay, kita tengok tak ada Bijon Key Levels Okay, kalau siapa-siapa yang tanya pasal bookmap pasal bookmap selalunya bookmap juga akan memberikan order block seperti ini Let me go for bookmap I think I'll touch on bookmap so okay, saya akan gabungkan bookmap kalau saya masuk technical saja nanti apa ni kita tak dapat nak ni touch for bookmap the bookmap today I think 13 are watching. I think this is the one. Well, don't mind me that I'm actually showing you through the through this thing. Okay, so as you can see here okay, let's go with it. This is the live, huh? This is the live. So I'm actually going at the back a little bit. Okay. So, okay. So as you can see, as you can see for the book map, okay, most important thing here is that we know what is our current price here. We know what is our current price. Our first current price that we have is about 1968.0. Okay, this is our current price, okay, for the book map. Okay, so the reason why I'm going at the back is because I'm trying to actually, see where is the order block. Yeah. Okay, so if you notice one thing, for the order block, usually we will always look at this type of order block. Yeah. So as we see over here, in order to ensure yang sama ada dia adalah order block yang betul ataupun dia adalah order block yang tidak betul, pertama ialah kita kena tengok color ni. Okay, kalau colornya adalah berwarna merah, makanya order block itu adalah lebih lebih kukuh. Okay, dan lagi satu kita tengok di price itu. Okay, kita tengok sini adalah 54. 54 ini adalah volume. Okay, sekurang-kurangnya untuk bookmap ialah anda kena pastikan yang volume anda adalah melebihi 100. Okay, yang melebihi 100. And let me repeat this once again. If let's say you have you want to ensure that the order block is trusted or not, you have to ensure first and foremostly the color is basically red in color. Okay, and secondly, basically you also have to ensure that the volume that you have is basically at 100. Okay, all right, it is basically at 1 hour, 100. Okay, 100. Okay, so as we are able to see here for now, actually, okay, we only have one here that is actually in orange color. Orange color means it's basically still medium and it's not very red yet. Okay, so I'm going to take back. Okay, take back, basically take back. The reason why I'm taking back is because I want to see I want to see what actually happens. So in case I be here, okay, this is the live. Okay, if any questions, please ask me. Yeah. Okay, please ask me. Please do ask me. Okay, I'm just showing you. Because since we talked about Bijong key levels, so that's one of the reason why I actually touch on the book map as well. Okay. So if anyone has any question, do not worry. Yeah. Do not worry at all. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, not to worry, not to worry, guys. Guys, please tell me, guys. If there's anything, please let me know, guys. Sure. Okay, please let me know if there's anything. Okay, since you all are currently looking at bookmap, I actually have one more session related to bookmap. Okay, so do not worry if you don't get it or anything. Basically, the most importantly is that from the bookmap is that we have to understand that the line that we are having is basically has to be a red color. Okay, that's first. Okay, for bookmap, and then secondly, we have to ensure that beside the price, we have a lot of at least 100 and above. If let's say we have about 100 and above, which means that it is actually a strong order block. Okay, so as we can see currently, our price is actually at 1940, for example. So which means that if there is any particular news, it has the possibility to basically reach out to our order block. Okay, but as we know basically that this one is not so reddish in color, so which means that this particular order block is not a very strong order block basically. Yeah, so we have to keep searching. We have to keep searching. Okay, I'm showing based on this based on the YouTube one there. Okay, because most of you can only access through the YouTube one, so that's why actually I'm going through the YouTube one. Okay, I will try to install the bookmap one of these days on my PC as well, so that we'll be able to see it much more clearly. Yeah, because I think we need to actually adjust, and also it will be a bit okay. Don't mind it, really don't mind it. Okay. Okay. So okay. Another thing that I want to touch regarding on this is that basically is related to the VWAP zone. Okay, VWAP zone seperti yang anda dapat lihat, VWAP zone ini adalah line ya, di mana sebenarnya itu adalah average ya. Okay, itu adalah average. Okay, so kalau kita kata pasal average, itu adalah seperti moving average. So it's the same concept with moving average, where the price actually usually be within this period ya. Be within this period. So as you can see, within this period is actually the price is at 1946 basically. So what actually happens here is that this book map that we are actually looking at, it is basically focusing more towards the future goal. Okay, it's focusing more towards the future goal. That's why if you notice that it will not be the same. Okay, it will not be the same with the price, with the particular price that we are having right here. Okay, it will be very different from the price that we are basically having there. Okay, we are having that. Okay, so we need to actually minus also. We need to minus. Okay, we need to minus about 130 pips. Okay, minus about 130 pips basically. Okay, all right. Okay, so with this, actually what we will do is that we have the moving average, okay, where the price will actually be there. And if let's say like if we want to know where the direction will be going, which means that we have to find for the order block. Okay, we have to find for the order block. Okay, so as we see here, there was one order block, but it cannot be known as an order block because it's actually just at 18 or 47. Okay, we have to keep finding. Okay, finding it. Okay, let's keep finding it. I want to find a really good example which I can really explain to all of you seriously. Okay, do not worry, guys. We will have a very good session for the bookmark education. I will try my level best. Okay, to actually ensure that that we are really going to get this up. Okay, right? Okay, guys. Okay, well, that's none. Okay, from our observation today, I know that this is the current life, but however, we do not have any strong order block. Yeah, we do not have any strong order block that can basically give us about 100 and above. Yeah? We do not have it yet. Okay, we do not have it yet based on what is being presented here. But do not worry, do not get worried. If I find any order block, basically, I will provide you the lower key and also the upper key. So for lower key and upper key, it's a very simple concept. As long as it is below the if it's below the white range, okay, the white V wave basically, so which means that it is actually lower key. Okay, that's all actually for lower key. Kalau dia adalah melebihi daripada yang warna putih ini di atas ya, order block tersebut, maka itu adalah upper key. Okay, so it's just like that, yeah, it's just that much, yeah. So okay, no problem. We do not have much right now on the order block for the lower and also the upper key basically, because the order block basically is basically in the latest one that we saw just now. It was actually on the orange color and not red in color. And even the blocks, I mean, even the number of lots that we are seeing were actually less than 100 lots. Yeah, in order for it to be classified under that it is a strong order block, it needs to be at least 100 lots and above, and at the same time the color of the line needs to be red. Okay, I hope I answered that questions related to order block, Mr. Bilu. I know that this is not based on your expectations, but do not worry. Yeah, we will have one class only specifically on bookmap, and I'll try to install the bookmap over here as well, and we will get this sorted out there by next week. Okay, if it's okay, yeah. All right. And Mr. Kamarul, Mr. Anwar, okay, if you have any questions, please do ask me as well, yeah. Okay, all right. So, okay, so why did I touch about this book map actually? Yeah, okay, I believe that, if we understand, about the book map basically, and we combine it with the Beyond key levels, basically, yeah, I believe that, it will be a much stronger point actually in order for us to, have our stronger TP basically. Yeah, so that's why actually I touch on the book map a little today. Yeah. Okay, so okay, coming back to our to our technical analysis. Okay, for our technical analysis here, okay, just assuming okay, that that this is our Beyond key levels. Okay, so for our Beyond key levels, basically, we are now currently waiting here for what are the signals that we will be having. Okay, what are the signals that we'll be having? Okay, so this is for 5 minutes. Okay, this is for 5 minutes totally. And let's look at our new one, a new one which is trauma and also support and resistance levels reflex. Okay, so guys, why did I basically add the trauma and why did I basically add the support and resistance by Lux Algo? So the reason why I actually add the trauma is because I want to see the momentum. I want to see the momentum. As we are able to see here, seperti yang kita dapat lihat di sini okay, kalau anda notice satu perkara, saya nak anda fokus kepada trauma saja yang berwarna kuning okay, yang berwarna kuning ni kalau anda realize dia tak dapat untuk capai kepada resistance point ini. Dan kalau anda lihat di sini, okay, dia juga hampir dengan support point di sini. Dan apabila perkara ini berlaku, okay, makanya kita sebenarnya tahu ada sedikit penurunan di sini. Okay, tapi kalau kita melihat di sini yang bahawa dia masih sebenarnya tidak mempunyai banyak kekuatan untuk menurun. Okay, dia tak mempunyai banyak kekuatan untuk menurun. Okay, why I say this is because if you notice the trauma adalah sesuatu yang akan menunjukkan momentum untuk candle. Okay, momentum untuk candle ni maksud dia ialah, okay, contohnya kalau anda lihat dekat sini, kalau contohnya anda lihat dia tak sampai dekat resistance point di atas, maksud dia akan lebih menyokong kepada penurunan. Seperti yang anda dapat lihat di sini, dia tak sampai, dia ada sell di sini, maksud dia akan lebih kepada penurunan. Tapi kalau anda lihat di sini, dia juga tidak sampai kepada support point di sini, makanya dia akan berlaku satu kenaikan. Okey, dia akan berlaku satu kenaikan kerana dia tak dapat nak sampai kepada support point tersebut Jadi momentum untuk candle itu untuk meneruskan penurunan ke bawah adalah sedikit sebenarnya. Okey, kalau sebenarnya kalau dia di atas dan dia tidak sampai kepada resistance point tersebut, maksud dia akan lebih menyokong kepada penurunan. Okey, so yang ni sebenarnya kalau kita dah mula sebenarnya praktis dan sebagainya, kita boleh melihat kepada momentum dan sebagainya di dalam market. Okay, alright. So other than that, sebenarnya saya juga nak sebenarnya sentuh okay, about support and resistance levels, benda ni biasa saja, sama seperti support dan resistance yang selalu anda tengok. Okay, like this is the resistance basically, and this one is basically the support point. Okay, this is the lowest support point that it has ever achieved. So whenever that it tries to achieve a new support point, so automatically it will have another one more support point basically. So that's all. And for resistance point, it's also the same basically. Okay, now we are getting one signal. Okay, from the UT.ls, which is sell. Okay, kalau kita melihat di sini, kita melihat yang bahawa dia ada kemungkinan besar untuk sampai di Beyond key levels kita sekurang-kurangnya. Kalau kita melihat kepada ATR stop kita, okay, ATR stop kita sebenarnya lebih menyokong kepada kenaikan. Okay, so either the possibility for it to reach at this Beyond key level, okay, or either it has the possibility to reach at this particular Beyond key levels, but as it seems like it's going up. Okay, so for now, okay, kita tunggu dulu we wait first okay, saya nak masukkan MA200. okay, MA200 mana MA200 okay, sorry guys. Okay, Kita nak tengok MA 200 kat mana. Okey, tak nampak sana. Sebenarnya ada cumanya dia kemungkinan besar sangat di bawah ke atau apa tak apa. Okay, moving average 200 is very important. Okay, sebab dia ialah dia sebenarnya memberikan kita direction. Direction kalau contohnya if it's above the moving average 200, which means that it's more towards bullish. If let's say it is more towards moving average, if it's below than the moving average 200, which means that it will be more towards bearish. Okay, so for example, let's look at here. We need the moving average. Okay, we have the moving average, I believe. Okay, so okay, as you can see here for 15 minutes, the moving average is actually below. Okay, it's actually below that. So I believe for the 5 minutes, if we can't see it, then that means it is much below actually. It is also in the below session. Okay. At which time frame is best to see? At which time? Basically for me, I'm using the 5 minute for entry. Yeah. So Bilu, Mr. Bilu, what I do is that usually for entry, I will use the 5 minute one to entry basically. 1 minute is a bit not very stable. It's very volatile also. If let's say you want to use 15 minutes also, it's okay. Yeah, 15 minutes or 5 minutes. I would prefer that for entry. But however, if let's say I'm checking for longer term basically, so of course I will go with 1 hour or I will go with 4 hours basically. Yeah, if I'm trading for a much longer longer period of time So for this technique, I'm very focused. I'm very focused on 5 minutes actually. Yeah. So 5 minutes also, one thing, it's a bit it's a bit okay also, stable slightly. Yeah. And it helps it really helps because the shorter time frame is the one that will actually make the bigger time frames actually. Yeah. I hope that answered the questions. If any more questions, please blast out and tell me, if in case you feel that my explanation is not very good, please let me know so that I can improve my explanations as well. All right, okay. So okay, all right, okay. So guys, okay. So for now, okay. So for now, actually, I'm looking at the 1 minute. So we can see kita boleh nampak yang moving average kemungkinan adalah sangat di bawah sebab 15 minit adalah di bawah sebenarnya. Okay. Kalau kita lihat di 1 minute, 1 minute mungkin saya rasa kita boleh tengok 1 minute kita boleh tengok. We can see what happens 1 minute. Okay. 1 minute actually it's still actually above. It's actually above. It's above the thing. Okay. So now for 5 minutes, for 5 minutes, let's see. So I have another one more indicator that I'm going to add into here, which would be the Elliott wave. Okay, but Elliott wave usually we can't see at the lower time frame because Elliott wave is actually using more towards the higher time frames basically, and Elliott wave also actually helps in a way when especially we want to see more towards the retracement also. But the best for retracement is to actually combine the Elliott wave as well as the John key levels. Okay, all right. So how do we go about this? Is that, for example, 15 minutes confirm. Okay, we have it. All right. Okay, we have 15 minutes. Okay, so for example, if we are looking at 15 minutes, for example, this is the most how would I say, this is the most way that we can look towards in order to see where the retracement is likely to happen. Okay, so for example, if let's say we are looking towards here, we can see that it actually crosses the Bichon key levels, and also we can see here if we go much more down, okay, let's see here, we have one here, we have 3 points here that has the possibility for the retracement to happen in 15 minutes basically, and these are the 3 points basically here, as you can see over here. Kita ada 3 points di sini, Dan kalau kita lihat dekat sini, kita ada satu lagi benda yang saya fokuskan ialah Bijon key levels. Okay, Bijon key level di sini adalah berada di sini. Jadi kemungkinan besar disebabkan kita ada Bijon key levels di sini dan kita ada kita punya retracement ya untuk elliott wave kita berlaku di sini, makanya ini kemungkinan boleh menjadi satu point ya di mana sebenarnya dia akan sampai. Okay, there is possibility for it to even reach at 1933.83 or even slightly lower, which would be at 1934.58. Yeah, it is around this particular point. Yeah, it's around this particular point. So, but if of course, if you want to take the minimum, then of course you will go towards the elliott wave, yeah, because the elliott wave is a bit on the top. So if you want to be safe, so you take it from the up, yeah. If you are okay, you're not so worried and all, then you can take it from the Bijon key levels itself. Okay, so these are actually just the, this is just one of the way in order for you to, in order for you to actually strengthen your, how to say, to know where particularly the adjustment will happen. Okay, so of course, if you want to know it better, you will go, of course, to 1 hour, okay, to know where roughly, okay, there are many possibilities here. It can take place here. It can take place at a much lower level also at the 1 hour. If you go for 4 hours, okay, for 4 hours, I'm sure that, it's definitely much more lower. Okay, yes, of course, it's much more lower. But as we see that it already crossed our moving average, moving average of 200 basically, yeah. So which means that it has the possibility to actually reach much more lower, yeah. Okay, so at higher time frame, it's not a big issue because there is possibility that it can reach also, yeah, for the sell. And if you're going for a daily, then you can see for daily what actually happens as well. It has the possibility to retrace as well. Okay, so for now, actually, as we are focused in our fundamental analysis, okay, for our fundamental analysis, we are more focused towards bullish. Okay, we know, yeah, that the trend will definitely be bullish, but unless if, like Mr. Vidu, you are going for if you're going for sell, I'm sure that you are more focusing maybe on the retracement likely, yeah. Okay, or maybe you have some other, some other techniques that you're also using along here. Okay, okay, that's good. That's very, very good. Okay, so like for me now, what I'm going to do is that I am actually going to give a signal. Okay, I'm going to give a signal based on what I'm actually watching over here. What I'm actually watching over here. So for me, I believe here we have actually discussed, we have discussed about this, about this particular technique that we are using. Okay, so if there is any particular question, okay, please ask me. And also I am going to post this into the YouTube later, so that all of you will be able to actually go through this class again, and you will be able to ask me, anda boleh tanyakan kepada saya apa sebenarnya yang anda perlukan, okay. Okay, alright. Okay, tadi kita aim dekat sini, untuk buy. Okay, sebenarnya ada masalah, okay. Tapi itu sebenarnya saya nak tunjukkan tadi, saya cuma nak tunjukkan tadi untuk risk reward untuk 4 tu, okay. So sekarang ni kita tahu ATR kita lebih menyokong kepada buy. Okay, ATM kita lebih menyokong kepada buy. Okay, dan kita mempunyai satu signal di sini, iaitu adalah sell di 5 minit. Okay, we have one sell which is at the 5 minutes. Okay, alright. So kalau kita di sini, kita tahu FLI kita juga menyokong kepada buy, dan untuk extreme trend juga kita menyokong kepada buy, Okay. So and kalau kita lihat kepada QQE MT kita, QQE actually baru sebenarnya bertukar, kepada warna merah. Okay. So that means we don't have much confirmation yet regarding on where the direction is particularly to go at the 5 minutes. Okay, but as I said just now, we have something which we call as the Elliott wave. Let's look at where possibly that it would be retracing. Okay, so kalau kita lihat dekat sini, okay, kita sebenarnya ada satu point di atas sini. Okay, dan kemungkinan besar kalau kita lihat dekat 15 minit ini, daripada sini dia mempunyai kemungkinan besar untuk sebenarnya retrace sekurang-kurangnya ke 1933.94. But we have to understand that this is actually based on the 15-minute chart. Okay, jadi kita masih bergantung kepada 1 minit dan juga 5 minit sebenarnya untuk sebenarnya melihat kepada apa yang akan berlaku. Okay, kalau kita melihat kepada 1 minit chart kita, okay, dia adalah lebih kepada sell, okay, dan dia adalah ATR di sini yang berwarna merah juga. Okay. So kita tengok extreme trend kita juga menyokong kepada sell. Our FLI juga menyokong kepada sell juga kerana dia berwarna merah sebenarnya. Dan kalau kita melihat kepada momentum candle kita, momentum juga tidak berapa kuat untuk sebenarnya meneruskan kenaikan di resistance point kita Okay, so maksudnya dia lebih menyokong kepada penurunan dan dia sebenarnya telah sampai ke satu bijang key levels kita. Dan dia sebenarnya testing di moving average 200 kita. Okay. So kalau dia testing di moving average 200 kita, sekarang ni dia cuma test dan sekarang dia balik dalam balik Okay, kita tak tahu macam mana sebenarnya, sama ada dia akan teruskan ataupun dia tidak akan teruskan. Tapi berdasarkan kepada apa yang kita lihat di 1 minit ini, dia adalah lebih kepada sell. Okay, itu adalah untuk 1 minit. Kalau kita tahu dia lebih kepada sell, makanya kalau kita pergi kepada 5 minit ini, kita dapat lihat di 5 minit ini kita ada sell juga sell di sini. Okay, dan kemudian kita ada semuanya di sini juga Maksudnya dia akan mengambil masa di 5 minit dan juga di time frame lain untuk sebenarnya bertukar kepada sell. That means likely for now there is possibility for it to actually go into the sell zone. Okay, so other than that basically we also can nampak kita juga boleh tengok kepada elliott wave kita. Okay, kenapa kita lihat kepada elliott wave kita? Sebab kita nak tahu possible retracement boleh berlaku di mana. Okay, kalau kita lihat di 15 minit kita, okay, at our 15 minutes, the possible retracement that could happen, okay, would be at this point, okay, 1934.52, or it would be at 1933.94. Okay, so this means that actually, okay, that at the higher time frame, okay, which is the 15 minutes, it is likely to actually come down. But however, this is actually still depending on the lower time frames. If we go towards the 1 hour just for the checking purpose, basically we can see also that it is more towards this particular range also okay, which is actually being very down at 1933.94 as well there are possibility for it to basically reach there as well. Okay, so it already give you the probability, it gives you only the probability. So if let's say if you're going for 5 minutes, okay, if you're going for 5 minutes and you would like to go in, okay, you would like to go in. So for now, if you see one thing is that you already have a buy signal, okay, anda dah mempunyai satu buy signal di sini. Okay, so maybe for short term, kalau anda nak trade for buy, the best is that if let's say you want to go for 1 minute, okay, the possible if let's say you do not have any Bijon key levels at top, okay, and this particular Bijon key levels is already been achieved, so which means that if in 5 minutes we going, okay, it's more towards buy, which means that it's going more towards buy, okay, and everything is actually supporting more towards it. Okay, let's look at our stochastic. Okay, stochastic is another one in case you're very confused about it, then use your stochastic as well. So for stochastic basically is still leading it's still leading towards the overbought situation. Okay, if it's still leading towards the overbought situation, which likely that it will actually also climb up as well. Okay, for now. Okay, based on my prediction is that it will go up. Okay, it will go up at the Bijon key levels. Okay, after it goes up at the Bijon key levels, okay, and if we look at the 15 minutes, okay, it goes up at the Bijon key levels, okay, 15 minutes. Once it goes up at the Bijon key levels, it has the possibility to retrace back down here. It has the possibility to retrace back. Okay, 15 minutes, 1 hour. 1 hour is more towards down. possible to retrace at the Bichon key levels, which is a bit at a lower time frame, okay, lower time frame of course, and it can at least come down to here, 21948. I'm giving a new one, 1948.44. Okay, okay, right, okay, right, okay, right, one day. Possible spike, possible spike to happen at daily, and from there actually it will go up to 1955.33. Okay, guys, let's do this together. All right, I'm actually going for a short sell, but however, I'll be going for a short sell just starting at 1955. Okay, if price actually reach at 1955.33, okay, I will be placing a sell, okay, and then I will take my profit at 1948.44. Okay, so that is one of the possible retracement that I am actually taking advantage of. Okay, so what we are going to do is that for those of you, okay, yeah, I'm waiting there too. Oh, you're waiting there too. Okay, nice. Okay, so let's wait. Okay, for all of you who are here, it's very good that you're here. Okay, those of them who didn't enter the education, so they didn't know about the point. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to wait at 5 minutes now. Wait for it to reach at the at the 195533 at least, yeah, at least over there, and then just see if in case it crosses more or it's retracing. Okay, once it's actually retracing, yeah, we use the concept, yeah, retracing back and it's coming down, that is the time where we go for our entry. Okay, and as we see at our stochastic, yeah, kalau anda sebenarnya tak nak melihat kepada retracing di atas ini, jadi anda nampak saja stochastic anda, ya, tunggu untuk stochastic sebenarnya naik. Okey, naik dulu, tengok sebenarnya candle, okey, candle, kemudian masuk saja sell, ambil take profit anda di 1948.44. Okay, so okay, dah bagi signal, but please wait, anyone that a newbie here, ada siapa Mr. Kamarul, Mr. Anwar, anda newbie ke ataupun anda intermediate? Basically, kalau anda sebenarnya intermediate atau apa, jangan risau, saya akan bagi tahu dalam group. I will inform in the group. Basically, I'll be informing in the group the moment when it reaches 1955.33. I'll be reaching. I will tell in the group. Okay, kindly sell now. Okay, once you sell, your place your take profit at 1948.44. We are taking the take profit at the 1 hour time frame. Basically, this is going to definitely be a bit longer. Okay, for sure, but it's definitely is going to be a bit profitable as well. Okay, it's going to be profitable as well. So even though we have predicted that that it's going to be bullish for today, but I believe that this will likely to be closing before night. Yeah, before night. I'm newbie about 3 months. Oh, about 3 months. I see. Oh, cool. Yeah. So, Mr. Kamarul, are you aware of like current market? Are you able to read the pricing and everything? Are you able to see, like, for example, like this is the price, where can I buy, Yeah, sikit-sikit lah. Oh, okay lah. Yeah, sikit-sikit tu okay lah. Which means because what happens is that because I always try to avoid, to basically give the price, like sell at this price, because what actually happens is that most of the people, they, how to say, they do not know where is the pricing sometimes for some newbies, but it's good actually if they know where is the actual price actually, because if let's say okay, I have to sell at this price, I have to buy at this price, and some of them maybe they might be crossing already, because at that time the market is already crossing. And if let's say you place a pending order at a particular place, maybe likely your pending order will not reach actually during that particular time. So these are the situations here that usually can be faced by the newbies basically. So that's why whenever I get a signal, I just say sell now, sell now to take profit. So depending on whichever time you enter, okay, so just hope that slightly a little bit that you don't enter near to your take profit. Okay, if you enter near to your take profit, and that's it lah. Because you won't get much profit from it. So whoever who actually knows slightly a little bit about this, so at least if you are selling, okay, you're selling during the moment, okay, I know that I have a certain pips, about 200 or 300 pips or 30 pips, 40 pips here. So from there on, actually, you can actually earn your profit. Oh, yeah, newbie too. Okay. So which means that we have a lot of newbies. So which means I need to have one basic class basically where I will speak about pips, I will speak about charts, I will speak about multi-time frame. Yeah, I will be talking about what else? What else can we talk here? I can talk about fundamental a little bit, yeah, basically, but not fundamental is not this fundamental, yeah, which is related to news and trend and everything. Yeah, I will go with the basic fundamental. Basic fundamental means you are actually basic fundamental means what you need, yeah, which is the basics of trading. Yeah, the basics of trading, what you need in order for you to trade. Yeah, so of course, first and foremostly you need the exposure, also to the MetaTrader. Yeah, where can you find the buy, where can you find the sell, and all these things. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because I know that, even though you are newbie, you definitely know all this, but it's just that, maybe there are some things, that we definitely can see together, that that will be very helpful for you. Like for example, like pending orders, maybe we can try with the buy limits, we can play with stop limit, all those things actually. Yeah, actually it's quite fun, but I don't play with buy limit and also stop limit. I used to do it, but then later on I changed my way actually. Yeah, because sometimes it can be very consuming to our equity as well, if in case we are not very how to say, we are not able to actually sustain the position, basically. But it's very, very profitable, and I will definitely actually share my skills as well. But I would suggest, to better, find a scalping technique, a good scalping technique, trade accordingly, and that's it. Yeah? Earn your money for the day. Yeah. So what is most important is that we have to go with consistency. Yeah. I always focus on consistency basically. Okay, so that's all basically for today. I would like I would definitely take my leave from here on here, but for those of you, yeah, of course you want a signal. How I'm going to do this, how I'm really going to do this. Okay, so for those of you who knows, sell at 1955.33. Okay, please sell at 1955.33. Maybe you all can place a pending order. Okay, so do you all know how to place a pending order? Siapa-siapa tahu tak macam mana nak place pending order? Mr. Kamarul, Mr. Anwar, saya rasa tahu kan? Ya, place saja satu pending order kat 1955.33. Tahu ya? Okay, good, good. Okay, good ya. Okay, place satu pending order kat 1955.33, masuk sell. Okay, take profit dekat 1948.44. Okay, dalam grup dia tahu ya. Okay, very good, bagus. Okay, kita dapat daripada UT Bot Alice lagi awal untuk sell tapi kita tengok dulu sebab saya rasa retest lagi bagus lah. Kalau dia naik sedikit atas, dia akan turun lebih jauh sedikit. Tapi kita ambil minimum TP di 1948.44. Kalau nak masuk sell pun sebenarnya boleh, tapi tak apalah, kita tunggu dulu. So saya pun nak masuk pending order juga hari ni. Okay, saya tak pernah masuk pending order. Tak adalah, ada masuk Okay, new order. So kita pergi kepada okay, alright. Kita pergi kepada sell. Okay, sell. And then let's go for 0.01. 0.01. Okay, saya pun trade 0.01 je. Sila masuk 0.01 Okay, so pricing at saya tunggu lihat direction lebih selamat lah. Okay, sure, definitely, why not? 1955.22. Okay, so TP, my take profit at 1948. 1948 point 1948.44. 192, 1955.2, 2, and yeah, okay. Done. I'm done, guys. Okay, I'm done, guys. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, Mr. Bilu, you are agreeing with me? Okay, we will wait. Okay, I place a pending order basically at 1955.33. Okay, great. So I place a pending order there. So once it hit that, okay, roughly, I believe it's okay lah. At least the test miss will be a bit, and then from there on, we will wait for the for the 1948.44 lah. Oh, yours is at 1957. Is it going on lah? Oh, okay. No problem, no problem. But I believe it can retrace, yeah. It can retrace to 1948.44. Yeah. But for those who want to enter also can enter, not a problem. Basically because I think it just will float a little bit. And then from there on we will be able to, yeah, we'll be able to actually earn our profit. Yeah. So I will share in the group, not to worry. I will keep track. I will definitely keep track. Okay. I'll keep track. Don't worry. Don't worry. Even though actually later on I'm actually going for my lunch as well, but do not worry at all. Once my pending order actually touch, so I know basically it's already time to sell, and automatically all of you can actually also sell at that particular time. Yeah. Okay. So don't worry. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Is there any questions for me before I end the session for today? Guys, you all have any questions for me or anything, please blast me on my WhatsApp, yeah. Oh yeah, the WhatsApp, yeah. Yeah, actually, oh Nan, thank you. Oh, you must welcome very fast, Okay, all right, okay. So you can blast me on my WhatsApp because I'm very used to WhatsApp basically. Telegram actually can also, no problem, boleh ya. Di Telegram pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Boleh sampai saya di sana juga, cuma ni Telegram sebab saya ada banyak benda di sana. Jadi saya kurang sikit melihat di sana. Tapi don't worry, saya akan cuba sedaya upaya saya untuk reach out. Okay, saya akan cuba sedaya upaya saya untuk reach out kepada anda semua. And then from there on, if you have anything, I will try my best to help you. Okay. So have a great day, Mr. Anwar. Have a great day, Mr. Bilu. Have a great day, Mr. Kamarul. Okay. Let's hope that this is going to be okay. But I believe it's going to be okay. Our winning rate is very, very good actually. So thank to God for so far. Okay, you too lah. Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, you most welcome. You most welcome, Mr. Kamara. Yeah. So don't worry lah. Our winning rate is okay actually. So nothing to worry lah. It will close lah. God is blessing lah. 1948.44. It's very minimum only actually. It's not very far. So of course, yeah, you can go with it as well lah. Okay, so guys, have a good day. For those of you who came for education today, you're very lucky. At least you know 1 point. Yeah, you're very lucky in education that you have 1 point that you can look towards, where you can actually place your cell, and automatically you can take your profit at 1948.44. Okay, so guys, have a good day. See you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye, guys. See you. Bye.